Hi, I'm Ryan from Nextmv. Today I'm going to show you how to change various parts of the objective function for the Nextmv routing app. As you can see here, I've already subscribed to the Nextmv routing app, and I've given my app the name Nextmv Routing Objective. That's pre-populated an app ID with Nextmv Routing Objective in slug form, which you can see here. That's the app ID I'll use in this demo. The first thing I have to do is copy my input into a local file. From our Get Started with Vehicle Routing guide, if I scroll down a little bit, there's an example input, and I can just copy that right into this input JSON, which is what I have over here. The first objective coefficients we're going to look at are the early arrival time penalty and late arrival time penalty. These are stop objectives, and they accrue as the routes are created. You can see here that these are weighted equally. So being early to a stop is as bad as being late to a stop. Let's try running this and see what happens. The command that I'm going to run is a curl command, which will make a request using that input JSON as a payload that I just showed you. And it's going to go to the Nextmv Routing Objective app ID in the latest instance. Let me copy this into my terminal. As you can see, I get back a run ID that starts with VCJ. If I go into my app, now I should see this under runs, and it's probably still in a running state, so we'll come back to that in just a minute. Now I'd like to change these objective coefficients. Let's make it worse to be late than it is to be early. So I'm going to give them a difference of a ratio of 3:1 late time to early time penalties. I've saved that in my input JSON, and I'm going to run exactly the same command. I get back a new run ID that starts with MCE. And if I reload this page, I have both run IDs there. The first one has finished, so let's look at what that one looks like. If I open up the run in console, I can see a visual representation, and I can also go into the JSON output and look at it in detail. All I want to see here is that the output is changed. So let's see if the new one is done yet. So the second run is finished, and I can see here I get pretty different routes if I wait late time more than early time. So I have seen a change to my objective, and that has resulted in an operational change to my routes. The next thing I'd like to change is the travel time duration. That is actually in a different place because that is a value that is computed for the entire set of routes. So to do that, I have to do that through an option on the actual routing model itself. As you can see on the options page, there's a number of these, and the way they work is you just take the same text from the command line flag without the actual flag and add that to an options JSON. So here I have the model objectives travel duration option, which you can find on this page, and I'm setting that to 10. The command is only slightly different to send this in the payload. Instead of just the input, I now add an options field. So I'm sending both input and options. The rest of the command is exactly the same. Let's go back and run this new version and see what happens. So we're running with the options as well. And while that's running, we'll just take a look again to refresh our memories at the other runs we've done. This is the default input. And this is one with an additional late time penalty. And now, see if the new one is done running. It's still in a running state, so let's give it a second. There we go. And so, again, this was our original. This is with extra late time penalty, and this is adding on top of that a travel duration penalty. Hopefully this helped you understand how to set different parts of the objective value in the Nextmv routing app. Thank you.